Have you ever noticed that some people don't get loud when they lose to you? They get strange. They smile, but it feels tight. They congratulate you, but something about it feels off. They act supportive in public, but in private, their energy shifts. And suddenly, after your win, after your glow-up, after your progress, they start moving differently around you. Not because you did something wrong, but because your growth forced them to face something in themselves they were trying to avoid. See, jealousy is rarely obvious. It doesn't always come looking angry. It doesn't always sound bitter. A lot of the time, jealousy is subtle, polished, and dressed up as concern, jokes, advice, distance, or fake support. And that's what makes it dangerous, because if you're a good-hearted person, you'll keep giving people the benefit of the doubt. You'll tell yourself, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe they didn't mean it like that. Maybe they're just having a bad day. And sometimes that's true, but sometimes people are not struggling with your personality. They're struggling with your progress. They're struggling with the fact that you kept going, that you healed, that you disciplined yourself, that you got the opportunity, that you became the version of yourself they secretly hoped you'd never become. And when jealous people realize they can't compete with your growth directly, they often start using sneaky moves instead. In this video, we're going to break down 5 sneaky moves jealous people make when they lose to you, so you can recognize them, protect your peace, and stop blaming yourself for other people's insecurity. Because once you see these patterns clearly, you stop taking them personally. And when you stop taking them personally, you become untouchable. Let's get into it. Move number 1. They minimize your win. The first sneaky move jealous people make when they lose to you is they minimize your win. They don't deny it completely. That would be too obvious. Instead, they shrink it. You get a promotion, they say, well, you were lucky. You start a business? They say, everybody's doing that now. You lose weight, heal emotionally, level up spiritually, become more disciplined. They say, let's see how long that lasts. Do you see what's happening? They can't fully ignore your growth because it's visible. But they also can't celebrate it honestly because your win is making them feel small inside. So they reduce it. They downplay it. They act like it's not that impressive, and this one hurts deeply because you expect at least a little warmth from people you've known, supported, or loved. You expect them to say, wow, I'm proud of you. You really worked for this. You deserve that. But instead, they respond in a way that makes your moment feel smaller than it is. And if you're not careful, you'll start shrinking with them. You'll start explaining yourself, over-justifying your success, making yourself more humble than necessary just to keep other people comfortable. But listen carefully. Anything people constantly minimize is usually something they secretly feel threatened by. Secure people don't need to downplay your blessing. They can clap for you without feeling like they lost something. But jealous people, they interpret your success as evidence of their own lack. So instead of rising, they reduce. And this happens in everyday life more than people realize. Sometimes it's not even about money or status. Sometimes it's your peace that triggers them. You used to be reactive, and now you're calm. You used to beg people to stay, and now you have standards. You used to doubt yourself, and now you walk into a room differently. That alone can make insecure people deeply uncomfortable, because your growth becomes a mirror. And people who refuse to face themselves often resent anyone who reflects what they haven't become. So if someone keeps minimizing your progress, stop arguing with them. Stop trying to convince them that what you did matters. It matters. And the right people won't need a PowerPoint presentation to recognize it. Move number 2. They turn passive-aggressive. The second sneaky move jealous people make when they lose to you is they become passive-aggressive. This is one of the most common signs, and honestly, one of the most draining. Because passive aggression is designed to make you feel something, without giving you enough proof to call it out cleanly. It sounds like, "I'm just joking. Wow, look at you. Must be nice. You've changed. I guess you think you're too good for us now." Some people get one little win and act brand new. Notice the pattern. It's never direct enough to expose them fully, but it's sharp enough to make you feel cut. That is not an accident. Passive aggression is what happens when someone feels envy, but doesn't have the emotional maturity to admit it. So instead of speaking honestly, they leak it. Through little comments, little digs, little tones, little expressions, little moments that make you question your own perception. And the reason this move is so effective is because it creates confusion. You feel offended, but then you wonder if you're being too sensitive. You sense hostility, but they hide behind humor. You pick up tension, but they keep everything vague enough to deny it. That's why people can stay in passive-aggressive dynamics for years, because the wounded person keeps needing proof, while the jealous person keeps operating in suggestion. And here's the truth. You do not need a signed confession to trust your nervous system. If someone consistently leaves you feeling disrespected, dismissed, or subtly attacked after every interaction, pay attention. Healthy people don't constantly communicate with hidden knives, and sometimes jealous people become passive-aggressive because your presence reminds them of the discipline they lack, the courage they postponed, or the excuses they keep making. They see you doing what they said they wanted to do, and instead of being inspired, they become irritated. Because inspiration requires humility. Jealousy requires ego. And ego hates being shown what's possible. So if someone suddenly starts making sly comments after you improve your life, don't rush to explain yourself. Don't start dimming your confidence. Don't abandon your growth just to restore someone else's comfort. Let them sit with whatever your evolution is bringing up in them. That is not your burden to carry. Move number 3. They secretly root for your failure. The third sneaky move jealous people make when they lose to you is one of the saddest. They secretly root for your failure. And sometimes you don't realize it until your hard season comes. That's when the truth comes out. You start something new, and instead of encouraging you, they keep predicting problems. You take a risk, and instead of believing in you, they focus on what could go wrong. You make progress, and they start waiting for the collapse. They may not say, "I hope you fail," but they say things like, "Be careful, it probably won't work." People like us don't usually get opportunities like that. Don't get your hopes up. I just don't want you to be disappointed. Now yes, sometimes people genuinely care. Sometimes caution is love. But jealous caution feels different. It's not protective. It's deflating. It doesn't feel like wisdom. It feels like a bucket of cold water thrown on your momentum. And if we're being honest, some people would rather see you fail consistently than succeed beyond the version of you they felt superior to, because as long as you were struggling, they felt safe. As long as you were doubting yourself, they felt ahead. As long as you played small, their identity stayed intact. But when you begin to rise, their position becomes unstable. Now they have to either evolve or resent you. And a lot of people choose resentment because growth is harder than gossip. That's why some people get strangely energized when you hit a setback. They become more attentive, more available, more interested, but not because they love you deeply, because your fall makes them feel balanced again. That's painful to accept, especially when it comes from friends, relatives, co-workers, even people you've genuinely supported. But this is why discernment matters. Pay attention to who only seems emotionally comfortable when you are beneath your potential. Pay attention to who gets weird when things are going well for you, but suddenly warm when life humbles you. That shift tells you everything. Real people don't need you to suffer in order to feel connected to you. Real people don't bond with you through your brokenness alone. Real people can sit with your pain and celebrate your power. So if you notice someone always expecting your downfall, stop taking their doubt as prophecy. Sometimes their negativity has nothing to do with intuition and everything to do with envy. Not everybody who speaks fear over your future sees clearly. Some people are just revealing what they hope happens. Move number 4. They start competing in weird, subtle ways. The fourth sneaky move jealous people make when they lose to you is they start competing with you in weird, subtle ways. This one is almost childish when you first notice it, but it can get toxic fast. You share a win, and suddenly they have a bigger story. You buy something and now they need a better version. You accomplish a goal, and they immediately rush to announce their own. You get attention for your progress, and they start performing harder than ever. It's like everything becomes a silent contest. And the strange part is, you may not even have been competing with them at all. That's what jealousy does. It creates a one-sided war. You're just living. They're keeping score. And you can feel it. Nothing can just be your moment. Nothing can just be your joy. Nothing can just be your breakthrough. They always need to insert themselves, top it, compare it, or redirect attention. And underneath all of that is one painful truth. Your growth made them feel replaceable, behind, or unseen. Instead of processing that honestly, they turn life into a rivalry. You've probably seen this before. The friend who was comfortable when you played small, but the second you got serious about yourself, they got weirdly performative. The co-worker who suddenly became obsessed with your work after you got recognition. The relative who only brings up their achievements right after yours are acknowledged. The person who copies your style, your language, your moves, your ideas, but still acts cold toward you. Why? Because jealous people often admire what they envy. But because they haven't healed, their admiration comes out distorted. They don't know how to say, "You inspire me. I see something in you I want for myself. You make me realize I need to grow." So instead, they mimic, compete, compare, and quietly resent. And let's be clear, competition is not always bad. Healthy competition can sharpen people. But jealous competition is different. Healthy competition respects you. Jealous competition wants to erase you. Healthy competition says, "You're great, let me rise too." Jealous competition says, "Your light is bothering me, so I need to outshine or undermine you." That is a completely different energy. And once you recognize it, stop feeding it. Don't over-explain. Don't enter the contest. Don't start posting, proving, or responding just to keep up. Some of the strongest energy you can have is this: I am not competing with anyone who is secretly at war with my peace. Let them race. Let them compare. Let them exhaust themselves. Your assignment is not to beat insecure people. Your assignment is to stay aligned. Move number 5. They try to isolate you or damage how others see you. The fifth sneaky move jealous people make when they lose to you is the most serious. They try to isolate you or quietly damage your image. This is where jealousy stops being awkward and starts becoming manipulative. Because when some people realize they can't outdo you, minimize you, or shake your confidence, they move to the next tactic. They try to control how other people perceive you. This can look like gossip, subtle slander, backhanded storytelling, leaving out important context, planting doubt, making you look arrogant, selfish, fake, difficult, or changed. And they usually do it indirectly. They won't say, "I'm jealous." They'll say, "I don't know. Something about them feels off. They're not the same anymore. I'm happy for them, but..." Success got to their head. They act humble, but I don't know. That little but is where the poison lives. Because jealous people understand something powerful. If they can't stop your growth, they'll try to stop your influence. If they can't destroy your progress, they'll try to distort your reputation. Why? Because your presence is threatening, your consistency is exposing, your evolution is making them feel left behind. And instead of dealing with that internally, they attempt to recruit others into their insecurity. This happens in families, friend groups, churches, workplaces, online spaces, creative communities, everywhere. Especially when you're the type of person people underestimated. Because nothing unsettles insecure people more than someone they mentally placed beneath them, rising without permission. That's when the whisper campaigns start. That's when people misunderstand you on purpose. That's when your boundaries get labeled as attitude, your confidence gets labeled as arrogance, your privacy gets labeled as secrecy, your focus gets labeled as selfishness. And if you've ever gone through that, hear me clearly. It is deeply painful when people rewrite your character because they can't digest your growth. But do not panic. Do not chase every rumor. Do not spend your whole life trying to control every false narrative. Why? Because people committed to misunderstanding, you will find a way. And people capable of discernment will eventually notice the truth. Your job is not to explain yourself to every insecure audience. Your job is to stay rooted in integrity. Let your consistency defend you. Let your peace expose what chaos was trying to do. Let time reveal what jealousy tried to hide, because false stories can travel fast. But character has endurance. And in the long run, endurance always speaks louder. Now let's pause for a second, because this is important. What makes jealousy so painful isn't just the behavior, it's the source. If a stranger envies you, it's annoying. But if a sibling does it, a close friend, a partner, a cousin, a colleague you trusted, someone you prayed for, supported, encouraged, defended, that cuts differently. Because now it's not just about envy. It feels like betrayal. You start replaying conversations, re-evaluating memories, wondering what was real, asking yourself how long they felt this way, and that can make you angry, sad, confused, even guilty, especially if you're empathetic, because part of you still wants to understand them, still wants to be fair, still wants to make room for what they're going through. And empathy is beautiful, but empathy without boundaries becomes self-betrayal. You can understand that someone is hurting and still recognize that they are mishandling that hurt in ways that affect you. You can have compassion and distance. You can be kind and cautious. You can wish them healing without giving them access. That is maturity. Not every jealous person is evil. Some people are just deeply unhealed. Some people are carrying years of comparison, rejection, low self-worth, and silent shame. But their wounds do not give them the right to weaponize your success. You did not work this hard, heal this deeply, or pray this honestly just to keep apologizing for becoming who you were meant to be. So, what do you do when you recognize these sneaky moves? First, stop oversharing with people who mishandle your wins. Not everybody deserves real-time access to your dreams, your plans, your progress, or your private joy. Some people clap in public and compete in private. Learn the difference. Second, watch patterns, not isolated moments. Anybody can have a bad day. Anybody can say the wrong thing once, but when the same energy keeps showing up around your growth, believe the pattern. Third, don't shrink to protect insecure people. This is the trap so many good people fall into. They start dimming themselves to preserve relationships. They stop speaking boldly. They hide their happiness. They minimize their achievements before others can. They become smaller, so others can stay comfortable. No, You are not meant to become less so other people can avoid growth. Fourth, protect your spirit, not just your image. Sometimes the biggest damage jealous people do is internal. They make you doubt yourself, second-guess your success, feel guilty for shining, feel unsafe being seen. Guard against that. Their reaction is not your identity. Their discomfort is not your wrongdoing. Their envy is not evidence that you should go backward. And finally, keep growing quietly if needed, but keep growing. That's the key. Not loudly for attention, not bitterly for revenge, not performatively to prove a point. Just steadily, honestly, peacefully. Let your life keep moving. Let your discipline keep building. Let your healing keep deepening. Because one of the most powerful things you can do in the face of jealousy is refuse to become hard, loud, or broken by it. Stay clear, stay wise, stay moving. At the end of the day, jealous people reveal themselves most clearly when they feel like they lost access to the version of you that made them feel secure. The old you, the unsure you, the smaller you, the less confident you, the more available, more apologetic, more easily controlled you. And when they can't get that version of you back, they start reaching for these sneaky moves. They minimize. They get passive-aggressive. They expect your downfall. They compete in strange ways. And sometimes they try to turn others against you. But none of that changes one fact. You still grew. You still got stronger. You still became wiser. You still kept going. You still broke patterns. You still rose. And that's what they're reacting to. So don't let jealousy make you question your journey. Let it confirm your elevation. Because the truth is, not everybody will be happy when you win. Not everybody will understand your transformation. Not everybody will celebrate the version of you that emerged from pain, discipline, and faith. But the right people will. And even more importantly, you don't need universal approval to keep becoming who you are. You just need clarity, discernment, and the courage to stop calling envy misunderstanding. If this message spoke to you, take it seriously. Some of you have been blaming yourselves for energy that was never yours to carry. Some of you have been trying to fix relationships that changed the moment you stopped being easy to outgrow. Some of you have been confusing jealousy with love because it came wrapped in familiarity. See it clearly, and once you see it clearly, move differently. Not bitter, not paranoid, just wise. Because your peace is too expensive, your calling is too important, and your growth costs too much to be handed over to insecure people. If this resonated with you, leave a comment. I see it clearly now. And if you know someone who needs this message, send it to them. Keep growing, keep protecting your peace, and never feel guilty for rising.